Hey guys, this is the third video, or maybe the second. I'll decide the order later. The point is here we are going to decide the approach that we are going to use. Okay. Hopefully, if you have seen a few videos here and there, you know one thing that we have done the installation for Pycharm, and that's what I'll be using here. Now, coming to the main thing, I have a proper curriculum that I'll be using here, right? And I'll give you a little glimpse of that so that you have a clarity around the topics that I'll be using. Okay. So I am a little expert here, not saying that I am super awesome, but the point here is that this is the syllabus that I use. Okay. Here, basic stuff, in-depth topics. Take a screenshot if you want, right? This is practically core Python. Then we have object-oriented Python, and then we have advanced concepts, right? Under advanced concepts, then we have very advanced concepts, and the list goes on. It's a long story, okay? But what I'm trying to explain here is that this is what we are going to start with. For people who are new, just take a screenshot of first few, and you'll have some clarity around what we will be learning, right? So the first is inspire, and we'll go one by one on each of them or most of them, and that's the way of going about it. I make proper notes and I suggest you the same, right? So the first one says Python inspire, right? So let's get inspired, right? Now, what is in this? Here we are going to learn one thing, and that is the overall structure of the story. All right. Overall structure in the sense, what should we use here? What should we do here? Right? Basic stuff. Not anything in deep, basic inspiration. Okay. So let's get to it. First, a few things that, or one thing I want to tell here is the structure here, okay, of this thing. The structure is very straightforward, but I will still explain it because I am a teacher. Here is the project window. Under the project window, we will never touch the VENV area. VENV is where whenever you install something new. So Python is something like this. Let's say this box is Python. Now, let's say later one day you, after 10 years, you become a very smart guy and create a library with new code that's awesome. Let's just say to create a website using Python, let's just say. Then you can simply create a way to install it and add it to this Python chunk. This is the Python everyone installs, right? And these are third-party libraries that you can add. Now, whatever are the third-party libraries that actually get added in the VENV area. So we don't touch this area, right? So in the project, what is the story? Project is where if the files exist, right? On the this is the coding area where you'll write the code, and at the bottom you get the output. So this is how it works. Simple, three parts, nothing weird about it, right? One very important thing, how do we create files and what's the right way of going about it? So I'll right click on Python project and click on new package. We should do organization here because this will practically and should convert into your notes, right? So here I will click on Python package and I'm gonna call this, let's just say, since you will be following me, I'll just use the way I have my notes, inspire or inspiration. So it will create an init file. Don't worry about it. Right click on this inspire thing again, new Python file. So one folder or a package. See, in Python we call it package. Simple. So in the package we'll have the Python files. In this one I'm gonna call this main again. Now under main I will have a simple program again. Print hi, nothing new, right? I can run it. Now one important thing now. Remember in the last video I told you you should use this, not online GDB or any online tool. Why? Because here you'll have shortcuts. What shortcuts? The shortcut is Control Shift F10. Now this is for Windows. For the Mac people, right click on the screen. Here you can see it says Control Shift F10. For you, it will tell your shortcut. Okay. Remember the shortcut. Why? Because by using this shortcut, the file will automatically run and give you the output. Now you might say, hey, what is this stuff, the hashtag thing? This is a comment. Comment means whatever I am writing here, this will act as a hint or a help to other people who will look at my code. Okay. So for example, I can write here the line below prints hi. Nothing weird about it. Just an explanation on how this stuff actually works. I'll give you some practical example as well of how I make my notes so that you have some clarity how important are comments. So there's something known as requests, and it's an important thing, important library, and I'll show you my notes. So these are my actual notes, okay? So here you can see, if I go to very top, in comments I explain stuff, and at the bottom you can see I have code examples. Like for single user API, this is how you should do it. The benefit is later on I can get to my notes in a very easy way, because the right way is first you search your notes. If you're not able to get stuff there, then you go to ChatGPT and then you go to Google. That's the route I follow, and I suggest the same. So in this video, what did we learn? Because basic stuff, we created a program that printed hi, and we also saw what are comments. Let me see if I should mention anything else. One moment. So this is done, this is done. And after this, I can give you some homework. Let me see if there is any other concept that I should explain before we end the video. Yeah, we can do one quick concept that will be good. So here we are just doing printing, okay? But in reality, the stuff is cool when we have variables. What are variables? In detail, we'll learn later. But at a bare minimum, these are containers to store data. When I write a equal to 10, a is a variable storing the value 10, right? I'll explain in detail. One quick thing before I explain that is this. Here at the top right, this button refers to this project window, okay? So if I want to minimize it, I can click on it. So it will go away. Similarly, for the run window, the button that's important is this one at the bottom. This one. If you click on it, it will go away or come back, right? So click on this, it goes away. Click on it, it comes back. Okay. So I wanted some empty space. That's why I did that. Why? Because when I say a equal to 10, a is a variable. So a is a container containing 10. Now, can I print it? Yes, I can. How will I print it? I will simply write print a. Now, one important thing, I should not write a in quotation marks. If I write a in quotation marks, that's alphabet A. If I'm talking about a variable, that's without the question marks. Again, I can run this by using the shortcut, or I'll run it and, well, wait, this is a different file, right? So I'll right click, run. See, Control Shift F10 is the shortcut, or right click, run. Now, why am I not using the shortcut? Because right now I'm also recording and my FN keys will mess up if I will. Otherwise, you should, okay? So run and it prints 10. Nothing weird about it. Pretty awesome stuff. And one last step, since this is inspiration, why Python is super cool? Because here you can do super cool stuff. What cool stuff? Mathematical stuff. 10 raised to the power 788. Now this is something normal calculators cannot do, but if I run it, see, I got the answer in a very easy way. Let's make it 11 and run again. I got the answer. This is the cool part about it. That's why so I am pursuing my PhD in data science, machine learning stuff. So we also use Python for the same. Why? Because this makes it easy. You can do weird, big calculations in like milliseconds. And that's why it's awesome. I think this is enough for the inspiration, and we'll continue from here in the next.